Hey, what it do, baby? Hope everybody's doing okay. Hope you guys enjoyed your turkey day. If you guys do celebrate, I hope everybody has recovered from that food coma. I know it took me some time myself, but it is what it is. Anyways, though, what's going on though? For those of you that don't know, or this is your first time tuning in, my name is Monte Mac, aka Real Macism on my IG. So, here to talk about a shoe that obviously too many have not heard about, but has gained a lot of traction within this year. So let me first start off by saying this. We obviously know that the big three when it comes to sneaker manufacturers, Nike, number one, without a doubt. Number two, and this is just me personally, New Balance. We'll talk about that another time. And Adidas is at that number 3 spot. Again, we'll talk about that another time.
Halfway. Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers.
Today we are here to talk about a pretty well-known brand that has gained a lot of spark this year. We are here to talk about SIA Collective, aka Somewhere in America. It is a brand I found out about roughly 3 to 5 months ago, I want to say. The owner of it, Devlin Carter, he's been around the fashion industry for quite some time now. From what I was able to gather, this is kind of a new sub-brand that he made this year. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. But I was recently able to get my hands on his shoe, the Vulture 2. This collab was actually pretty cool. It happened during the time of the protests for systemic racism and racial injustice, specifically with George Floyd. We are talking about the SIA Collective Vulture 2s, the Phuck Racism, I'm not gonna say that word, and also he spelled it Phuck, obviously. But yes, so this shoe, the upper of it, obviously, it's kind of that sock material kind of deal. It's like a, how can I put it? I almost kind of want to compare it to a mesh, but again, it feels great on foot. I don't recommend wearing thick socks with them, and I'll get to that in a second. But overall though, the shoe on foot, it feels great. I love them. I mean, I don't know if you can see, I try to clean them up a little bit, but I have been wearing them a lot. And I mean, I've had these roughly for about like a month. I didn't want to show them then because I didn't have the matching laces. So now that I got them, love them even more. And they just really make the shoe pop. Also, what's cool about it is this upper part, it actually glows in the dark, as well as the laces as well. Also, what makes these cool is there's so many lacing combinations on this shoe that it's almost endless. I mean, obviously, it starts off on this bottom part right here, and I chose to do the spider lacing option. And also check out his IG if you plan to grab any of these. He does have tutorials for all the lacing options. If you really want to, there's also lace holes like right here, and then you can kind of go back here, put them through this slot right here, or also up here. Like I said, there's so many options. Also, forgot to mention, the sole actually glows in the dark as well. I actually did not find that out till probably 2-3 days after I first put these on. Now, I will say this, I don't recommend trying to run in these. So what I like to do is, any new shoe I get, I always try to work out in them just to kind of see what's possible with them. These I have worn to the gym a few times. I typically don't like to run in them unless I really have to, but it is possible. Like I said earlier, I don't recommend wearing thick socks with these. He does not make half sizes on these. It's only sizes like 5, 6, 7, 8, etc., etc. So put that into perspective. I'm typically a 10.5 in almost everything. I get the whole Nike, you gotta go half size up. That doesn't always apply to me. I'm typically always a 10.5 in all their shoes. So he does say on the site, before you buy the shoes, go a half size down, and especially since it's kind of a sock mesh material, it works. And I mean, it basically feels like you're putting on a sock. I don't recommend wearing thick socks with these. Like, this is why I typically don't wear, socks like Nike socks with these, just because it feels kind of awkward, and then I kind of lose room in them, because like I said, I am typically a 10.5 in almost all my shoes. So keep that in mind. Now, these do retail for $220. There are other ones as well, like the highs. Problem is, I just don't remember the exact price for that, so unfortunately, I apologize for that. But yes, for these, I paid $220, and these were also a pre-order as well. So, speaking on the pre-orders, he does do them still. I don't know how long he is going to keep doing them. And the reason for that is there are a lot of people that sign up for a pre-order and then instantly message him just because the shoe's taking a little bit longer than expected to get done in the factory and shipped out. So he preaches this all the time. I'm going to preach it as well for him. If you do not want to wait, do not pre-order. You need to trust the process. Because I'll put it to you this way. I ordered these probably mid to late summer and barely got them, like, let's say roughly September, I want to say. And then the laces I got like maybe a week or two ago. So keep that in mind. If you pre-order something off the site, you have to be willing to wait for it. Also, he will never DM you himself again. SIA Collective, this IG only, Devlin Carter, he will never DM you to buy his stuff. So watch out for scammers, because it does happen a lot. My overall opinion on the shoes. I do love them. I do struggle at times trying to style them just because I'm not the biggest fan of jeans, and personally I just feel like this isn't a shoe to wear with jeans. But again, some may agree to disagree. I'll leave that to you. Overall though, the shoe fits well. Again, I typically wear true no-shows with them just because they're pretty thin, and also they just kind of look better. The sole of the shoe, honestly, it feels fine for the bottom of my feet. Plus also, I'm not flat-footed. I wouldn't recommend these for somebody that's flat-footed, typically just because that middle part in the sole, it might bug some people, but again, I could be wrong. All of our feet are different. Now, overall, the wear and tear of the shoe, and I mean, trust me, I do wear my shoes, and I really do try to test them. They hold up really good. We all know brands like Nike, Adidas, New Balance, some shoes hold up well, some don't. And I mean, typically it's some of the most expensive shoes that they come out with. And when I say expensive, that could be retail, that could be resale, it just depends. For these to be $220, the material that they're made of, and for one, just a lesser known brand, they hold up well. And I think this is one of the best shoes to come out in 2020, and it has actually made my top 10 list. I mean, it sits at number 10 for me just because sadly the brand is lesser known, and also 2020 did have some heat this year, but it definitely does make my list, and I am definitely going to try to pick up some more because, for one, why not support a black-owned business? I mean, we all talk about it. Me, I try my absolute hardest to do it, so I'm gonna just say that. Also, they're fire. Plain and simple, they are fire. I love them. Highly recommend. Now, but I mean, other than that, that's really it for me. I mean, and also keep this in mind, I don't get paid to say any of this. I mean, heck, I don't know Devlin Carter personally. He does not know who I am, so this is all a genuine opinion. I would not tell you guys I like something if I truly don't like it, whether I was getting paid for it or not. I'm gonna keep it real 100%. But other than that, that's really it for today. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and sorry these took so long for me to talk about them. But hey, that's just the name of the game, right? But appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll talk to you soon, and again, hope you guys enjoyed your holidays if you do celebrate. Me, I don't personally, so that's really just an off day for me. But main importance of it, just enjoy the time with your families. And until then, I'll talk to you guys soon. You guys take it easy.